now to Washington, D.C. for our weekly corner of Raviv Reveals with our senior Washington insider, Dan Raviv. Dan, Doug Jones delivered a major upset in Alabama last night. He became the first Democrat from Alabama to enter the Senate in a quarter of a century. He beat the scandal-plagued Roy Moore, of course plagued by scandals that he might have been a child molester, but he won by only 20,000 votes. How are the U.S. media explaining this electoral surprise?
They're explaining that we're now in the age of Me Too, Elon, and that means the new era in which accusations by women that they've been sexually abused or molested are taken seriously. And so when those accusations surfaced against the Republican candidate, Roy Moore, they were taken seriously by voters, certainly by the media. Moore himself, no. President Trump, not really. He, of course, was supporting the Republican Moore. But I think that's really the issue that turned things around. Alabama is such a Republican state. Donald Trump won the state over Hillary Clinton last year with more than 60% of the votes. What a swing toward the Democrat Doug Jones, who's lucky. He was against a scandalized Republican, and that means, of course, the Democratic Party is lucky because now the Republicans, well, their majority in the United States Senate is whittled down. Out of 100 seats, just 51, not 52. It'll be harder for the Trump administration to get some key bills passed by Congress, Elon.
I mean, how seriously does that affect the Trump agenda then? They still have a majority. How shaky is it?
Well, let me describe the current focus, which is the tax reform. Basically, a tax cut for American corporations and for many, many Americans, but not all. It's very complex. Americans can't quite figure it out, so we don't really know what public opinion is. But President Trump wants a win so badly, and so does the Republican leadership, that the Senate and the House each pass different versions of a tax cut. They have to get together and agree on one version. But then the Senate and the House both have to pass the one version. And what if that takes place after the new Democrat, Doug Jones, is sworn in as a United States Senator? That's the beginning of January. Well, that's why the Republicans really want to get that tax bill through. And on this day, Wednesday, the Democrats said, why don't we slow down and think about the tax bill? So with the majority that razor thin, it definitely gives the Trump administration a lot of headaches.
Well, Dan,